Hello my friends, Asoka the Geek here, and for this review, we're going to take a look at the new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse McFarlane Collector Edition, Jonah Hex, and the General, based on their appearances in All-Star Western. So here we are, Jonah Hex. So excited for this. I am a fan of Jonah Hex. I read his modern stories, which were really great. I forgot the team that did their All-Star Western run. I forget their names, escaped me for the moment. I love them. They're just great, like short stories about the Old West and Jonah Hex. They were great. They were so much fun. And then I also discovered older Jonah Hex tales via the DC Showcase Presents line. Actually, I have it right here. Let me show you. Via this line of tales. These are great. They're black and white reprints. But yeah, they're just great stories featuring Jonah Hex. So I am a Jonah Hex fan. Honestly, my first introduction to him, though, was in Batman the Animated Series. If you remember that episode with Ra's al Ghul and Jonah Hex, that was my first introduction to him, and then it led me to reading his comic books. Heck, even the Josh Brolin movie, you know, I remember it. I saw it once. I'm tempted to go revisit it now after getting this. So yeah, I'm excited for this. This is the kind of stuff I love. This is like, I mean, there was a time before DC Direct and McFarlane Toys and Mattel where literally all you ever got was Batman figures. A lot of you folks today, maybe the younger generations, think that you get a lot of Batman figures now. Before the dawn of the modern action collecting age, all you got was Batman figures. Legends of Batman, Batman the Animated. It was all Batman, Batman, Batman. Occasionally, you'd get a line like Total Justice, eventually like the DC Universe line, things like that. But for the longest time, for literally decades, all you had was superpowers back in the day, then just literally decades of just Batman, and occasionally a Superman line. But yeah, so this is the kind of stuff I used to, well, I don't want to say dream about, it's a little dramatic, but this is the kind of stuff you always wanted as a comic book reader, to see action figure sets like this, like Jonah Hex and his freaking horse, and it's amazing. We got this, we got Sergeant Rock this year as well. I just love these deep cut characters that they're going for. I know Jonah Hex a little bit more mainstream. Obviously, he's had a movie, been in some animated series and things like that. But still, man, this is deep. This is deep DC lore, and I love it. So, anyways, let's get him out of the box and take a closer look. All right, so here's Jonah Hex outside of the packaging. There's the trading card, lovely trading card art there. There's a bio on the back. And there you go, there's a trading card. He comes with a axe, another belt, which does have a, you can unbuckle it and buckle it there. He's got a knife, a sword, and a shotgun. Then he's got his two guns in the holster. And what? We have guns? Yeah, my friends, guns are back. So glad to see that Jonah Hex actually comes armed. They mentioned this at Comic-Con, that they had gotten somehow some permission to do guns in certain capacities. Looks like it's more collector edition, maybe McFarlane store exclusives, whatever. We have weapons back, and it makes a lot of sense for Jonah Hex. He needs his guns. He needs his pistols. They weren't able to do it in time for Sergeant Rock, unfortunately. But hey, at least we got it for Jonah Hex. So I think that's awesome that guns are back, and it makes sense for a character like Jonah Hex. Hopefully this leads to a re-release of the Grim Knight with all his weapons. But anyways, back to this figure. So before we get to Jonah Hex, let's take a look at the horse. So it's a good horse. It looks like a toy horse. Obviously, it's a toy and it's a horse, so it should look like a toy horse. You do have articulation there with the legs, so you can try to make some poses with him. Even the head moves, as you can see. I mean, it's a good-looking horse. Good-looking horse. I don't think I'm going to be able to display him on his horse just for, for space reasons. I just don't think I'll be able to do it, unfortunately. But it's a nice-looking horse. If they had a version without the horse, I probably would have bought that. But whatever, whatever it takes to get a Jonah Hex, I'm glad to do it. But it's a good-looking horse, and you can make some fun poses with him. And, it's a good-looking horse. And I'll show you him on the horse near the end of the review. So there's that. But now let's take a look at the man himself. Let's take a look at Jonah Hex. All right, my friends, so there he is. There is Jonah Hex. So I dig this figure. I love the head sculpt. It's got the Jonah Hex look, obviously. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see with the shadows there. I think the hat looks nice. Love the suit. His outfit here looks great. Toyshiz pointed this out in his awesome review that this looks like it's unstitched. And I totally agree with him now after having it. It looks like it should have been like this and stitched down, but it looks like that got missed. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I still love the fabric they used on this. I was afraid it was going to be too puffy, you know, like Captain Boomerang. I love that figure, but his jacket's very puffy because they use that pleather material. This is very soft. As you can see, it flows really well. I think it just drapes down really nicely on him, making a really cool silhouette. Even with this not being sewn down, I think it looks fantastic. So there he is. There's Jonah Hex. Love the details on the jeans, the boots. I think those are jeans, right? The belt. You have holsters for the gun. You have a spot in the back to put the knife as well. And yeah, this is just a great, great Jonah Hex figure. This, I mean, the DC Direct one was my favorite one, but this definitely takes the prize now from Best Jonah Hex figure. Let's see the guns out for a minute there. And then you can take this off completely as well. And it comes off really easily, as you can see. And look at that. There's Jonah Hex without his coat. I'm obviously going to display him with his coat. But yeah, there you go, the full outfit there. But yeah, I just love this figure. I think it's great. I think they did Jonah Hex well here. So there you go. Good range of motion here with articulation. This part looks a little funny without his coat. This area here is chest area, but I'm going to keep the coat on so I don't really mind. There you go. Also has a thigh swivel, obviously for the horse, but he's got it. And yeah, moves really well there. Yeah. I like that the hat's attached because I always lose those things when they're not attached, but yeah, I dig this figure. Anyways, let's see how Jonah Hex looks on his horse. All right, so there is Jonah Hex atop his horse. I think it looks great. Looks great on the horse. I think the horse looks nice. Jonah Hex looks nice on him. You could probably make some more dynamic poses with him holding a gun and riding the horse and things like that, but you can also just have a very simple pose like this. You get his feet into the things there. And there you go. So yeah, there's Jonah Hex on his horse. So yeah. And there it is. Okay, let's see how Jonah Hex looks next to a few other McFarlane Multiverse figures. All right, so there is Jonah Hex next to Barry Allen, Unmasked, and Green Arrow. So there you go. There he is, just to give you some sort of cut size comparison understanding. But yeah, I think it looks great. Just love that we have a Jonah Hex figure. So yeah, there it is. Final thoughts. Love this figure. If you're a Jonah Hex fan, I think you should definitely pick it up. I don't think you'll just be disappointed. I don't know, maybe you will. I love this guy, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you guys think about Jonah Hex? Will you be picking him up? And yeah, I guess that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and thanks. I appreciate you watching, as always. Thank you.